Right, welcome back. So it's lake number 2 of the road trip. I actually got here yesterday, to be fair. I've been quite busy just trying to suss out what's going on. I was walking around quite a lot of the lakes yesterday. They're all shutting. If you're thinking of coming to Linear, my God, I came yesterday, which was Wednesday. They all shut tomorrow. Well, B1, B2 and Oxlease all shut tomorrow. Apparently there's a social. But anyways, this is where I am. I'm on Oxlease now. I was going to go on to B2. But the problem was, it was busy and there weren't much room, if I'm truly honest. So I came over here on the off chance. I came over here on Sunday, but it was flooded. But a few of these swims have opened and I made a monumental balls up. I should have gone on the swim a bit further up. I've come into this one. I think it's 30, it's 35, 36, or 34. It's one of them. And all I've had is carp, pretty much, and everyone's took me out. It's took me out every single time. I mean, if you're into carp fishing, this particular peg I'm watching in front of me, I'll try and get some on camera for you a bit later. They're just all over the place, are these carp. Not seeing a tench, not seeing one roll, not seeing one in the margins. So it's all a bit higgledy-piggledy at the moment. So I've got a few little concerns about this particular trip. I think it's going to be a blank, but I've already spommed some bait out, which I'll show you what I've done with my bait. I'm also using lobworm, and I'm also using maggot, but the maggots aren't red, they're white. I like my red maggots for my tench, but neither tackle shop had any red maggots in, so I had to do with what there was. So I had to get 5 pints of white. So that's a bit of an update for you where we are now. So it is actually Thursday today. Like I say, I'm on Oxlease. I've been in this peg before, maybe not filmed off this peg before, but I've had a few tench out of this peg. But yeah, it's carp I've been catching, and because I'm only using light gear, it just takes the piss. It snaps me. 3. So I'm just doing another rig because I didn't like the hook on that last one. So obviously the rigs, the helicopter rigs, are the same. 2 different feeders on, same feeder, but one's got one that we're using at Farlows for the bream. So I've got one of them on, and I've also got one of the older versions on, which I like for the tench fishing. Because one I was using for maggots and one I was chopping worm up and putting worm in the one with the more holes in. I find they're pretty good for that. But as far as else to report, that's pretty much all there is. I keep getting mugged off by the carp. The swans are pissing me off. And yeah, and that new spom I've got is pissing me off. Because it just won't shut. It keeps opening in the air like a fucking pot balloon. It's a pain in the arse. But other than that, yeah, that's all we've got going on. Like I say, I'll show you the bait and what have you, what I'm doing. Because I'm doing something a little bit different than what I would normally do. I'm not on my umbrella this week. I'm only here for 48 hours. I wanted to do 4 days, 3 nights, but obviously that social thing's happening tomorrow, so I've got to be off by 9 o'clock in the morning, unfortunately. But that's that's life. I mean, we're still in April. Still come down in a couple of weeks. I've been hearing there's been tench coming out of B2, so I might start going on B2. Very shortly, and then we'll go on there. Just now I'm making a new rig. It's very simple. It's 6 inches long, and it's just a knotless knot without the hair rig. I'm going to put a white maggot on this one because that's what I'm using. So put you through there. Sleeve. Where are we? Where's my? There we go. There. That's pretty much it. I don't know if you can see it that well. So it's about 6 inches long. It's a hair rig. I'll chop the hair off. I'll put a couple of live maggots on that, and I'll start firing them out. I've actually what I was doing, what I didn't say to you at the beginning, was that I was just casting it out, just chucking it on the arm like I do a bit further up, but it's just not working. So I found a spot. It's about 10 wraps out. So if you look on the part at the beginning where I was spomming, there's like two big trees. It comes down. The middle tree is the smaller one of the two big ones either side. I'm just like round that area pretty much. It's quite a big patch. And it's just hemp and corn. Hemp and pellet I'm putting out with juices in it. But it's quite soft, so I could actually use it on a method feeder if I wanted to, on a big feeder. But obviously I should be spomming it out because there's a bit of ground baiting with it as well. Soak the juices up, and all the pellets are soaked up so lovely. I'll show you that in a bit. But as far as that's it, pretty much. Like I said, this could be a blank if I am absolutely honest with you. It could be a blank. So I'll catch you all later and I'll keep you updated. Right, a tactical change. I say a tactical change, it's more of a rig change. Obviously it's been scorching here today, it's been quite warm out the wind. It's just been absolutely dreadful in the way of fishing. Carp fishing, yeah, I've had a few carp, keep snapping me. It's just a pain in the bum. So, unfortunately, this particular peg, I've only ever had a couple of fish out of this peg. It's not been kind to me over the years. I really should have been a bit further up there, but hey-ho, such is life. Or on the other side. So, this is the rig I showed you before. Or did I show you? I'm not too sure. So there's the rig. Obviously, a helicopter rig. Fake maggot. I'm on white maggots. I was using this feeder. You know, the ones I'm always saying that are really good for tench. But I've actually gone over to ones I use for bream fishing when I got a lot of ground bait. So I've gone over to one of them because I'm going to use lobworm, I think. So I'm going to take that plastic maggot off, I'm going to put a lobworm on there, chop a lot of lobworm up, stick them in with a few maggots, hopefully it'll get out a bit easier. So that's that one. Now this one, I'm putting like a maggoty, lots of maggots in with some ground bait, so I need a lot more room, a lot more holes for the ground baits to come out as well as the maggots. I'm fishing on gravel, so I'm using the old sweet corn, maggot sweet corn rig, which is a winner. Not caught out on it, mind you, but hopefully I will catch something later on that. I am going to take the old maggots off. All it is just a hook. That's how I do it. People tie them on, but I tend to use a hook in the corn. Each to their own. It's the way I got shown. It's the way I've done it ever since. So there's your sit wrap. It's getting on. It's about 6:30 now. The weather's going to change. It's going to be a little bit breezier. It's going to rain in the morning, so I've got to be off by 9 because there's a massive social on. So I've got to be off by 9. So I'm trying to get everything condensed so I can be in and out in the morning, shower, changed, and unfortunately, if I haven't got any fish, It's going to be a bit grim, but obviously you'll see before this, you would have seen the 4 Lows one, which that was good fun, to be fair. So I've done a couple of review for you for the rods and what have you. So I'm quite happy about that. Get that out of the way, and yeah, I'll see what happens. I'm here till 9 in the morning. I will be packed up and gone by 5 past. So I'll keep the camera out, putting everything else away, so when it comes to it, hopefully if I can get one in the morning, because it's usually in the mornings when I catch, and these 2 pegs, it's usually in the morning when I tend to catch. So I'm hoping, I'm going to put some bait out now. I'm not going to fish it, probably because I'll end up catching carp again like I did last night, and it's just a nightmare because your alarm goes off, it scares you, don't know what it is, because the runs are that bad. You get out, you get it, and it just plays with you, and then it gets itself wedged in them reeds over in this far corner, just over there. I don't think you can see, there's just some reeds just over there, and then what happens, the hook link goes on you. So unfortunately that's how it is at the moment. It's a bit grim, but I've not been tench fishing since 2020. Last time was on, you'll have seen a little clip it on when we had COVID. So that was the last time I went tench fishing properly. That was on Manor. But you know how it all goes. You know how it all goes. But while you're here, I will show you the things that I am using very quickly. So ground bait wise, it's a mixture of ground bait, pellet, hemp. So that's what I'm using. Decent stuff. Hums. With a worm, I've put a bit of this in from Nash. This is something new, is this? So I've been trying out this. So it does smell a bit, I'll be honest with you. It's really thick, gungy stuff. So I'll mix a bit of that in with my ground bait, put a few worms in, put it in the feeder. And obviously the trusted hemp oil, which I spilt earlier, and it's fucking all over everywhere. So there's that. And that's it pretty much. And obviously the maggots are white. They've got ground bait in the maggots already, like I do when I'm bream fishing, but I don't put any GLM liquid in. I usually tend to put a bit of hemp oil in. In this case, a lot of hemp oil in. I spilt a load of it. So there you are. There's the maggots. Ooh. Just them in there with some ground bait. That's why I've gone to them other feeders, so it can be empty easier, so it doesn't all stick in. What else have we got? And we've got some knobworm, wherever they are, they might be in there. And that's pretty much it. But I have clipped up, I'm actually fishing 10 wraps. The spawn mix is going out 10 wraps. Now, I will try and show you. Let me just turn this round. And then I'll do my best to show you. So we'll zoom out. So you see the big tree here, that's the big tree. So I'm aiming towards that tree at 10 wraps. That's all I'm doing. Very simple, very easy. And then hopefully with a bit of luck we can capitalise on a few fish in the morning. But I say I don't want to keep them out tonight because I tend not to catch tench here in the night time. It's always in the daytime, early morning, afternoon, early afternoon. It's like I don't want to be catching them carp again because they're not small. They rag you, and it's no fun. I don't like losing tackle in carp's mouths. It's just not right. So I'm not going to fish tonight. But I'm all ready in the morning, semi-packed up, van pretty much loaded, and we'll see how we can hopefully turn this session that's looking like a big fat blank into something, because it is a bit worried, to be honest. First tench session of the year. I should have been up there a little bit, to be fair, but like I say, there's always next week or week after. But if you're in the market for a new finger stall, very good. Corda ones. I don't get sponsored by Corda. I'm not sponsored by anybody to do with Corda. But that is a hell of a finger stall. That it's brilliant. doesn't fly off into lake like my last one did. Very good. Right, so that's that plugged. Right, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have a bit of a clear up, get some stuff in the van, get the van sorted. So pretty much tomorrow I can shoot off at 9 o'clock, and then I might even take you around the linear fishery shop. In fact, I am going to take you around the linear shop. I'll go in, have a walk around, speak to some of the people, see what they say if you want. It's a very good tackle shop, if I'm truly honest. It's full of stuff. The shelves are literally full of tackle. It's yeah, the bait's very good in there as well. Pretty good, I'm impressed. So I'll take you around that shop in the morning. But as far as that, I am going to make a brew, get this lot sorted out before this weather turns, and I'll hopefully speak to you in the morning, or a bit late. Well, it'll be in the morning if I want to speak to you, with a couple of fish. Touch wood, I mean really touch wood. This will be first blank of the year, will this? Sorry, it's second blank of the year. I blanked on the river, didn't I, earlier on? Did I blank on the river this year, or last year? No, this will be first blank of the year, will this? So I'm not looking forward to that, if I'm really honest. I don't want that crown yet. So I'll speak to you all shortly. Right there, so that's a absolute big fat blank for me. It's about 7:10. Got to be off by 9, but it's going to rain at 8, so I'm trying to get everything done now. Leave the rods out, put my jacket on, stay till about 9 or 10 to 9. Bring my rods in, put my van and go. But bloody hell, what a tough week! What a tough 48 hours this has been. It's just been absolutely crazy. There's been carp after carp after carp showing. I've caught loads, but it snapped me off. and it's just like, where are the tench? And there's none. It's my own fault. I should have gone over the other side really, because the wind's been blowing in there for the last 2 days. So I should have, like, we're blowing in here at the beginning, when it turned around, and then that's when all the carp started showing. So that was Wednesday, and Wednesday afternoon. But I didn't check the weather, so it's my fault. It's a bit of a kick in the nuts like. I normally do quite well on Oxlease, to be fair, but it's just this peg and that peg, the next peg, down. One down there. I never seem to do so well on. Don't know why. But the birds are having fun, aren't they, on my spot? So yeah, crazy. But obviously I was at Farlow's and did quite well there. Good session. But you live and learn, don't you? You know what they say? There's always next time, which there will be. So I probably won't come on here. I might go on to B2, or I might go to Horseshoe. I might spice it up a bit next time. I'll have to wait and see. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what goes on. But anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry there's no fish. I hope a few details I give you, I hope they're helpful to you. See, I tried everything, I changed everything, I just, you know, I just weren't having it. It weren't having it. So, oh wells. All the best everyone, I'll see you on the back. This is to be continued. See you all later.